Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Game 1 saw some fireworks as Athletics took down OEB by a final of 7-5. Will the fireworks continue, or will we have a calmer game number 2? It's the number 3 seed Northeast Padres and the number 6 seed OEB Aukerman up next on SmeeSports. It's a rainy good morning / good afternoon from Shoonover Stadium on the campus of Kent State University. Game 2 of our 2025 Kent State Invite number 1 wild card round. Total of 5 games today. This one, the final wild card. After this game, Cam, the field of 4 for the semifinals will be set. Your thoughts heading in?
Yeah, hopefully shaping up to be a good game like the first one. Hoping for a little bit less rain, but I don't think the forecast is going to agree with me, but oh well. Just hoping that we can keep continuing to get these games in.
The Padres will be the designated home team, and they will be taking the diamond now. On the mound for them, it is Kellen Shelton wearing number 35. Amid the rain and amid them having the higher seed, what do you think he needs to do to really set the tempo early on in this game?
He's just got to come out and throw strikes, really. That's exactly how you want to set the tempo. You just got to come out and show you're going to be able to throw strikes throughout the day, and just got to start with doing that.
As for this lineup of OEB Aukerman, what do they need to do early on to get in the head of Shelton on the bump?
I would say definitely get the lead runner on. If you're able to get at least a couple of guys on and then move them over via the small ball, it's always what you want to try and do and try and get off to an early lead.
Looking at last game, Cam, that was a tremendous finish, a big win all the way around for Athletics, and we will see them again in the game after this one. Do you think we're going to see a wild result like that one or a more clear-cut game here?
I feel like we're probably going to see a more clear-cut game unlike that first one. Although it was really fun, I feel like one of these teams is just probably going to power past the other.
Wouldn't be surprised to see that by any means, but still, you have to play the game for that reason. If you would have watched the first 2 innings of the last game, you would have said, okay, Athletics is going to run away with a big win. While they did win in the end, it wasn't at all clear-cut, nothing like we expected down the stretch.
No, I mean, just a good job by Ohio Elite to kind of stick in there, eventually complete the comeback, and then start winning, and then Athletics able to take back the lead and ultimately shut it down in the bottom of the 7th there to run away with the victory.
It is Langford, Patron, and Banks set to hit in the top of the first inning for OEB Aukerman. The other Ohio Elite team has been knocked out. Can Aukerman keep OEB's title hopes alive? Time now, 11:02, and we are underway. First pitch of the game is a strike. And that's exactly the start that Shelton wanted to have. Set the tempo early in this game, get some strikes, get up big in the count early. He'll try to do that here, and he will. 0-2 the count. For him, the more 0-2 counts, the better. But still a long way to go. 2 pitches in the strike zone is great and all, but it does not result in an out quite yet. First foul ball of game number 2 as it will go into the trees off to our right. A big factor in that first game was the battle on the right field line. A lot of hard hit balls down that way. Is that what we expect here, or is this going to be a more simple, all the way around offense wins you the game?
Probably the latter.
Ball 1 taken in the other batter's box down low. For this Aukerman team, 3-1 in pull play. Their 3 wins came by 1 run each. The 1-2, fouled away again. Landon Langford, a good battle in the batter's box to get us underway. And if you are the Padres, knowing you have to play again today in the 3:15 time slot, you have to be careful of how many pitches your pitchers throw. If you have to use 3 or 4 arms, that next game is going to be really rough. The 1-2, swing, and a drop third strike. The throwdown to confirm the out is in time. It's 1 up, 1 down, 1 punch out for Chelton on the mound.
I mean, exactly what you want to see out of your starting pitcher, coming out and getting a strikeout, albeit had to use probably a couple more pitches than he would have liked, but still starting off the day with a K.
Now it goes to Sean Petrone, the third baseman for OEB. And a difference here, OEB in the last game, they wore some white jerseys. In this one, they're wearing their more traditional blue and red lettered jerseys. Those are the jerseys that we saw Don Marchetta's crew win with yesterday. And a score update from the Diamond League tournament. They did lose their game today to the Mash Factory. The 1-0, a good pop, and that is the first base hit of the game. Sean Petrone, a good pop off of the bat, sends it into left field on a line drive. Good response after the leadoff strikeout from Langford. Now Michael Banks will step in. From what we've been told, a lot of guest players on hand today for Aukerman, as I believe a lot of their kids are playing for University School. Once again, the Preppers, they have made it to the Final Four. So their season will be ending next week, regardless of if it ends with a state championship trophy or not. Ground ball up the middle. This could be 2. Instead, it's bobbled over at short, and they get the out at 1 for out number 2.
Yeah, good play there kind of by the shortstop after that bobble. Most really aren't able to get any outs, but able to pick it up and then make the strong throw over to first to complete at least one of the outs.
That will now put a runner in scoring position for Brandon Mitchner wearing number 27. Mitchner will also be playing in the field at first base in the bottom of the inning. In the meantime, it appears the catcher for the Padres has gone out to talk to Chelton. That is Cole Nicewender behind the dish. But 2 down, a chance for some damage for OEB. The pitch. Breaks in but misses low for ball 1. Chelton looked a lot more dominant at the beginning of this contest, but as this inning has gone along, runner behind him, still some work to do, but he can still become a dominant pitcher and have this become a dominant outing. Now 2-0 the count as he misses well off the plate. 2 good takes from Mitchner so far. Chelton checks the runner, comes set, and delivers. Takes strike 1 on the outside edge. Good spot hit by Chelton. Just tried going to that outside that we saw the Athletics hit so often in the last game. Now the 2-1. Down low for ball 3. In the on-deck circle for OEB, it is Xavier Lasecki. He would become the 5th batter of the frame. Hitters count 3-1. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and we are full. Good response by Shelton, bringing some heat a little bit lower in the zone, and he gets the swing and miss from Mitchner. Shelton looking to get out of the inning. Taking time before the payoff pitch, and time has been called in the box by Mitchner. Kind of a old-fashioned stare down between the batter and the pitcher.
Yeah, usually when you're the pitcher in that scenario, you usually wait for the batter to call time, trying to get in their head.
The payoff pitch breaks inside for strike three looking, and the side is retired. Shelton's stare down wins the strikeout, and it will be number 2 on the day for him. Number 2 of the inning, and the side is retired. More importantly, with no damage done.
Yeah, really good job working out of it after the attempted double play ends up just being a fielder's choice, but sandwich that between 2 strikeouts, and you have yourself an inning.
Middle of 1 at Shoonover Stadium. No score on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Bottom of the first inning, game 2 of the wild card round of the 2025 Kent State Invite number 1 on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. On the mound today for OEB, it is Xavier Lasecki. The first pitch of his outing is down low, 1-0 the count. And he will miss in a similar spot for ball 2. It is Nico D'Orazio, the second baseman, leading things off for the Padres. Ground ball up the middle towards short, snagged in the hole. The throw across is not in time. The tag almost got him, but D'Orazio able to beat it out.
Yeah, good play to stop the ball from going up the middle, but yeah, the throw drags the first baseman off the bag and, like you said, unable to get the tag back down.
That was Landon Langford over at short, going to the hole, ranging over to his left. It was one heck of an acrobatic effort, just not enough time to get it over in an accurate manner. Now Trey Skeen, the shortstop, steps in for the Padres. 1 on, nobody out in the bottom of the first inning. If they can get some runs on early, it is going to be a very good thing for them. Runner goes. It is a low pitch, and it will sail right. Caught by Banks at second, but that will be a stolen bag for D'Orazio.
Able to get on and then get himself in scoring position. You got to feel good here if you're the Padres.
And I feel like their goal is going to be to put this game to bed before it really gets started. They definitely have the talent to do so. Lobbed in, but missing upstairs. Lasecki struggling to find the zone. The pitch. Down low, and it is a 4-pitch walk to Skeen. The first 2 batters of the game for the Padres are on the base path, and that will bring up Colton Temple, the first baseman. 2 on, nobody out. Like I said moments ago, the Padres really want to end this game before it gets started. And with a couple of big hits, they can easily do that. Ball one taken down low. The winner of this game will take on Clutch Baseball in the 3:15 time slot. The 1-0 is sent deep to center field. Underneath it is Bergeland, and he has it for out number one. The relay to third will not be in time as he is in there standing. Put runners at the corners with one down for the Padres. Good base running by D'Orazio, able to leave in a timely fashion and get all the way over to third. Brody Takas, the extra hitter, now steps in for the Padres. A base hit scores a run. An extra base hit potentially scores two. Middle normal depth. The corners slightly in. Thought about it there. Leaves it. And it wasn't a clear designation. I think he may have motioned for a strike, but it looked low, so I assume it's ball one. Looks like he checks the runner and steps off. The Padres looking for the opening run. High pop of this one will stay in the infield. Nowhere near deep enough to do any damage. And the play is made. Michener coming over from first has it for out number two.
Big out number two there for Ohio Elite.
That will keep the runners at bay.
At least as of right now. Now the Padres got to go to work with two down.
Now Cooper Stutzman, wearing number 77, will step in. Stutzman plays for the Padres by way of Upper St. Clair High School in Pennsylvania. Ground ball up the middle, scooped up at short, but bobbled to Banks for the putout, and the side is retired. An unorthodox 6-4 putout to end the inning.
Yeah, definitely one of the stranger plays that we've seen today, but still ends the inning, and strands two runners, 0-0. Pretty good game so far, 3-1.
Langford and Banks. Good report built up in the middle infield. If not, it would be 1-0 Padres. But in the end, no damage comes to pass. It was a good start for the Padres, but the offense falls on deaf ears in the end. End of one, no score on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Scoreless through one as we return to Shoonover Stadium on the lovely campus of Kent State University. For those just joining us, he's Cameron Regazzo. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. A good first inning for both sides. Both teams showing some promise on the base path, but no damage done. It is going to be Lasecki, Morton, and Lapp, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters set to swing for OEB in this frame. The 1-0 in there, now 1-1. Shelton, 2 strikeouts last inning while facing a total of 4 batters, 1 hit allowed as well. The 1-1, fouled away over towards that right side. And as the rain continues to come down, you can just see the grass off to the side start to get a visible mud streak, if you will. Here comes the 1-2. Missing down low, evening up the count. but the rain is expected to pretty much be a constant through 6 p.m. tonight. It'll be interesting to see if that affects the championship game, which is slated to begin at 5:30. The 2-2, once again, fouled away to the right side. Two good survival swings by Lasecki. OEB just looking for a breakthrough early on in this game. That would go a long way as there is still a lot of baseball left to be played. And that is strike three on the top right corner looking. One up, one down once again for Shelton. That is punch out number 3 of his afternoon.
Yeah, and just sticks it right on that corner right there. Good pitch.
Perfectly nuzzled in. He couldn't have missed anywhere more out or up. Otherwise, it would have been a ball. Just perfectly placed. And as Morton steps in, he will foul away the first pitch. 0-1 the count. Brady Morton looking to get on base for Aukerman. Pitcher on the lone base runner today for OEB in this contest. The pitch. Down low for ball 1. After this game, we will have Premier Ohio Gambetta taking on a very talented athletic squad. That game anticipated to start around 1 to 1:15. Then at 3:15, the winner of this game takes on Clutch Baseball. Ground ball on a 1-hop 2-second. The throw is low, but in time to 1. 2 up, 2 down. That was D'Orazio with the putout from second base for the Padres defense. So with that, we will set their defense in full. Shelton on the mound. It is Nicewender behind the dish. Temple at first, D'Orazio at second, Skeen at short, Keener at third. Ryder, Stutzman, and Mayer is the left to right outfield. First pitch up and out to Lap the catcher, 1-0. Once again, I believe every team in the championship round went 3-1 in pool play this week. The 1-0. Off the plate, now 2-0. And you have to wonder, once we get to those championship rounds, how many aces will be throwing? I believe for Gambetta, their ace and Ascano will be up in the next game. But outside of that, probably not many. And we saw it in the last game. Both squads using 2 pitchers. The Athletics, they're able to bring in their closer Moraski again in the next game if needed. But keeping it to 1 or 2 pitchers is really, really big for both teams as the winner will advance. Strike 1 called in the inside corner. Lapp thought it was ball 4. After Lapp, it goes to Newberger. The 3-1. Ground ball left side of the infield. Skeen picks it up at short. The throw is wayward, but the tag is put on to retire the side. A good chuck from Skeen gets the OEB order to go 1-2-3. An absolute gem of an inning from the Padres. They needed something like that after a tough bottom of the first inning. They came close to scoring, but just couldn't push anyone across. Middle of 2 in Kent. No score.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
No runs quite yet in game number 2 of our 5-game slate today here at Shoonover Stadium. We head to the bottom of the second inning.
the Padres defense doing a good job silencing Aukerman's offense as they went 1-2-3 in the top of the inning. Do we see an approach change here, or is it going to be them still being patient in the box and when they get their pitch, taking one big hack at it?
I'd probably say the latter.
I wouldn't be surprised to see them try and swing for the fences here, especially as the conditions start to worsen more with the rain. It will be a leadoff single for Ryder as he sends it right back up the guts. Good bit of hitting by the left fielder, just poking it through the hole in the middle. Good amount of power, and the Padres have their leadoff man aboard once again. Cole Nicewender, the catcher, now steps in, looking to move the runner along. Nicewender comes to this team as a sophomore who just finished up his high school season at Boyerstown Area High School in PA. First pitch missing just above the zone. Good spot overall, but just a titch high. 1-0 the count. Lasecki has been close on a lot of these pitches, just unable to get his complete grasp of the zone quite yet. Good high pop into left center field. Definitely manageable. And it is finally called off by Berglund in center for out number 1. Almost some miscommunication out there.
That's what I was going to say. Almost left fielder almost ran into him and kind of put his hands up there at the last second to try and get out of the way. But center fielder still able to make the catch.
And given this is the early stages of the game, a mistake like that would be huge, as you cannot have that happen. Runner goes, the throw is just behind, and he will slide off the bag, and he will be able to reestablish in time. We saw that last game, Cam, for Andrews, as one of their runners slid right off.
Yeah, he slid off, and then as he tried to reestablish, was tagged out.
That is the one big issue with the rain. The turf, it's very slick. We were out there, really slick. Conditions of the rain, not too bad, but in the righty batter's box, you are getting kind of pelted in the face. That pitch popped over the dugouts. 1-1 the count. Tomorrow night, we will have a triple header over at Lakewood High School. Should be a fun one. It is the Tim Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament 18U semifinals and finals. 3, 5:30, and 8 p.m. First pitches here on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. The 1-1 popped into right center field. They will send the runner. It is past the center fielder. It is an RBI single for Cameron Mayer. He will take second on the error, and he will also take third on the error, and he will finally stop at third. The Padres strike first in our second game.
In a big way, too. I mean, that one looked like the center fielder was going to be able to get to it and then cut it off, and then all of a sudden rolls right past him and all the way to the wall.
It will go down as an RBI single for Mayer and a two-base error, a very costly one out in center. And now that brings up William Schaffer, the designated hitter. First pitch off the plate for ball 1. It goes Schaefer, then Keener, then back to the top with D'Orazio. Off the plate for ball 2. No apparent action in the bullpen yet for Aukerman, but at the same time, they pretty much have the extent of their roster on the field right now. It's always tough with these early season tournaments with a lot of guys still playing high school ball. You want to bring your best, but sometimes your guys are just simply not available due to them playing that well at the high school level. Once we get to July, then we'll have full rosters. We're really, after next weekend, we'll have full rosters for the most part. And then it'll get really, really good. Up and in, Schaefer almost hit in the face, able to duck out of the way for ball 4. That'll put runners at the corners with 1 down for Owen Keener, the third baseman. A tough bottom of the second inning for Ohio Elite Aukerman. They need a spark from somebody in their lineup, and defensively right now, they need to make a stand. First pitch beautifully breaks in for strike 1. For them in the next inning, it is Newberger, Berglund, and then back to the top with Langford. Throwback to 1, almost there, but not in time. Definitely a close call over at the bag at 1.
Very close.
It was a great pickoff move by Lasecki. Tries again, this time no tag.
The only issue with throwing the ball around the field is one gets away, and all of a sudden you have a lot of movement on the base path. Right now, Keener down in the count 0-2. A good response by Lisecki. Good lead over at first base for Schaefer. The pitch breaks in, top left corner, unable to connect. A very similar pitch that was reflected to retire the side back in the first. The 1-2. Ground ball right side. It is through. Nobody is over there. It's an RBI single for Keener. They will send the runner, but in the end, he will take the turn and retreat. Either way, a beautiful bit of hitting by the 10-hitter.
Yeah, I mean, exactly what you want to do. Just through that big gap between the second baseman and first baseman that's created over there when you have the possibility of stealing. But now another runner in scoring position and a chance to add on to your lead.
Once again, the run rule is 12 after 3, 10 after 4, 8 after 5. It's lined down the right field line, and it will break foul. That would have definitely helped the Padres get a little bit closer to that potential run rule. I would say if that would have gone where the others have, possibly a triple with 2 runs scoring. I would say at a minimum 2 runs score and as a double. But in the end, it will break foul. Ball 1 out taken as the response pitch will go low in the dirt in the other batter's box. It is D'Orazio back in for his second go-around. He led off the bottom of the first with a single. He also has a stolen bag to his name. Right now, the Padres in a very good spot. Very comfortable with this 2-0 lead, but they really want to have a big cushion entering the third. An awkward pop off of the bat. It is into center field, and that will load up the bases for Trey Skeen. Just an awkward hit. We will watch that one back as I'm still trying to figure out exactly what happened.
It might have hit off the end of the bat, so it was kind of cue-balled. Looked like it was going to be caught by the shortstop, but then dives as it goes past him. But that's what allows the runner to hold at third because he thought it could have possibly been caught.
And I think you're right. Oh, on the count as Skeen takes a first pitch strike. Skeen from South Fayette High School in PA has a chance to do some big damage here. Lined into right field, and it will bloop in for an RBI single. They are going to potentially send the runner. He will be held up in the end, and the runner at second is safe. But Cam, I think you saw the third base coach over there. Initially, he was going to be really aggressive. Either way, Skeen has the RBI single, and the train continues to move along the tracks for the Padres.
Yep, they're just station to station right now, trying to keep adding on to their lead.
It is Colton Temple back in. A fly out to center was his fate in his first at-bat. Ball 1 taken, up and out. As well, Cam, for game number 3. You will be sticking around for at least a little bit, but it'll be Josh Manier joining me on the call for games 3 and 4. Lined into right center field. It is down. It's another RBI single. They will send a second run. It's going to be a tight play at home. The relay in time for out number 2. What a response in right.
Really, really good throw. Saw him running around, turning that corner at third, and then just a good throw from both the right fielder and the cutoff man.
That run clearly scores, as you see, but this one, he got him. That was beautifully done. That is now the 4th straight RBI single of the inning. I say straight because obviously going to add more things onto it, but pure RBI single, that was number 4. And that fly out to center field from Takis will retire the side and end the second inning, but not before the Padres find 4. It's like having Fernando and the gang on the diamond. End of 2 in Kent. 4-0, the Northeast Padres on top of Ohio Elite Aukerman. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com
or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Brant Newberger will step into the batter's box for OEB Aukerman to begin the top of the third inning. A lot of work to do for the number 6 seed. They trail the Northeast Padres Scouting Team 4-0. The score for those just joining us, he's Cameron Gazzo. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. Swing and a miss to begin the third. That has been the parting line with Shelton on the mound. 3 strikeouts for 2 innings, 1 hit. He has been really good on the mound, and this is exactly what you want from your pitcher in the wild card.
Absolutely.
Keep in mind, if one of the teams in the wild card does make it all the way, they would have to play a total of 3 games today. But we're doing 5, so we're working harder.
Okay. They're actually playing in the games.
And we are upstairs in the very nice and mainly dry press box, which is the important part of that. Definitely a gloomy afternoon out. Tomorrow, maybe some rain expected, but either way, should be a good day for baseball over at Lakewood. The 0-2, up and out for ball 1. Interesting to see who we see. The Mash Factory getting that win. They should be 2-0-1, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see them again. Shelton sets the 1-2, pops up, and it will squeak out of play. In Game 3 of our 5-game slate this afternoon, Premier Ohio Gambito will take on the Athletics in a battle of the 1 and 5 seed at around 1 p.m. That'll be a fun game. Gambito making their postseason debut for this competition. Definitely one of the big favorites heading in. The 1-2, right in there for strike 3 looking. It's out number 1. And that is now punch out number 4 on the day from Shelton. 4 strikeouts, 8 batters faced, 50% K rate.
Jeez.
He has been elite this afternoon. Bobby Berglund, the center fielder, now steps in. First pitch will miss down low for ball 1. But if you are the Padres in the bottom of the 3rd inning, albeit 8 runs is a lot, but you could potentially win it here. If their offense continues to perform at this high of a level, I kind of think they're going to find that run rule at some point, whether it be in 3, 4, or 5. Now, if Ohio Elite's offense can get the bats rolling right here, they have a good chance to make something happen. But Cam, how much time do you give this offense before you're going to start to worry about that run rule?
I would say probably this inning and maybe the next, but you got to get going.
2-2 now, the count on Berglund as he takes strike 2 on a nice break from Shelton. I believe it's that changeup that has been his go-to in a situation like that. Just perfectly falls into place. The 2-2. A little blooper into shallow right field. Called off by the second baseman, and D'Orazio has it for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. And that will send us back to the top of the order with Landon Langford. Langford 0 for 1 today with a strikeout swinging. Top 3, 2 down, 4-0, Northeast Padres on top. Chelton looking for his 5th punch out of the game. Misses with the first delivery upstairs for ball 1. In the bottom of the inning, it is Stutzman, Ryder, and Neiswender, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters, back at it for the Padres. Now the 1-0. Missing down low for ball 2. Chelton had a good early strike rate to begin this game, but now he's finding his strikes a lot later in the count. The 2-0. Just out of the zone for ball 3. He almost did get the chase as well.
Very close.
But a good hold from him, and the appeal falls on deaf ears. The 3-0. In there for strike 1. Chelton looking to avoid surrendering his first free pass of the game. 3-1 count. The set and delivery. Ground ball chopped foul to the left side. And we go from a 3-0 count to a full 1. With a guy like Chelton on the mound, 3-0 is the furthest thing from a guarantee. His ability to battle back in these at-bats has been truly impressive. The payoff pitch. And it will be ball 4 just off the plate. That is the first free pass of the day surrendered by Chelton.
The entire outfield and infield all started moving off.
And I was ready to say strike 3 looking because it looked like it was.
I agree.
A very, very good miss. Either way, 2 down, runner on for OEB. It is the only man with a base hit back in Sean Patrone. First pitch misses down low for ball 1. After Patrone, it goes to Michael Banks.
I believe the rain has stopped at least as of right now.
I think it's going to be a lot of on and off, mainly on. But that could definitely change. Ground ball left side of the infield. This should do it for the inning. The throw across is in time, and the side is retired. It's a good response by the defense of the Padres, getting the putout after the 2-out walk. Middle of 3 at Shoonover Stadium. All Padres up 4-0 on Ohio Elite.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Bottom of the 3rd inning set to get underway here at Kent State University. 4-0 the Padres on top of Ohio Elite Aukerman. For those just tuning in, he's Cameron Gazzo. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Strike 1 taken by Susterman. 0-1 the count. Stutzman now drives it into center field, and it will clear the center fielder. It is extra bases for Stutzman. He is into 2. No regard goes to 3, and he is in standing. Assuming it was not touched by the center fielder, it will go down as a leadoff triple.
I believe it wasn't. I think he just misplayed it and it went directly over his head.
A big
thunderous barrel by Stutzman. A good bit of hitting. And now the first run of the bottom of the third, 90 feet away, as Lane Ryder steps back in. Ryder pulls the bat back for ball one as it almost clips his elbow. After Ryder goes to Nicewender. Takes down low for ball two. I said it, I think, in the top of the third inning. If you give the Padres a chance to slam the door and end the game, they will. They would need 8 this frame, but I don't think it's totally unrealistic, especially with some towering high flies like that in no man's land. That time it's caught, and that will be out number one. And more importantly for the defense of Aukerman, no movement.
Yeah, it looked like the runner was going to tag up there, kind of a little bit of a fake tag as he tried to bait the throw home, but did not end up going.
But if you are the Northeast Padres, you are enjoying this game. This has been exactly what they needed. A big response to the one loss they have, and to show that they belong as a 3 seed. Bunt down right side, foul, 0-1 the count. But there's still a chance that the Padres, they can really make a statement here, and they can potentially get the upset in the next game that they play and make it to that championship game. I know we only saw one other game before this, but do you think the Athletics have it in them to take down a good squad in Premier Ohio Gambetta? Especially with Escano on the mound.
Yeah, I was going to say, depends what pitching Athletics has left still.
Shallow pop, and it will be caught via a basket catch behind the dish for out number 2. A good job tracking it down by Lap. But once looked like a promising inning has now turned into 1 out remaining, no runs having scored. Cameron Mayer already an RBI single to his name in this game. He will try it again. Popped right side. This could do it for the inning. Over to first. Mitchner has it, and the side is retired. A great response after the leadoff triple. The Padres, outside of that triple, go in order. End of 3 at Shoonover Stadium. Still 4-0 your score in favor of the Northeast Padres.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Three innings complete in Game 2 of our 5-game slate. 4-0 the Northeast Padres lead the OEB Aukerman side. First pitch of the new frame is fouled away to the left side. Still a lot of good baseball left to be played today, Cam. You look at that next game, a couple of the kids from Premier Gambetta are now on campus taking in this game, getting ready to go for their game at around 1 o'clock.
That should be a very interesting one as they will take on the Athletics.
Yeah.
And we have not seen the Athletics resurface quite yet.
They probably went to get something to eat and then probably just resting maybe down below us.
Most likely where they will be when they get back here, or potentially in the cages getting some more swings in. It just depends on what they want to do. Obviously, it's a big game upcoming, but if they don't make the game bigger than it is, they do have a good chance. The 1-2. A good pop deep to left center field. This could clear everybody, but in the end, it's a good relay effort in center that records out number 1. Stutzman able to track it down in the gap. Banks denied of a big lead-off hit. Just the opposite of what we saw in the last inning from the leadoff guy. Just perfect spot overall.
And that was Stutzman. That was him with the triple last half inning. And then he...
You're right, it was. So it's kind of, let me show you how it's done. Either way, got the job done, and it will keep the Aukerman offense at bay for the time being. They're still looking for a big spark, just something to give them life on the base path. Getting a runner on is going to be the first thing, and then from there, you work and you try and force a couple of runs across. You keep this one close. But if you give these Padres enough time and the resources to score, the game is going to end early. Ground ball chopped weakly to second. It's a good charge, and the throw is in time for out number 2. Mishner retired with the ground out to D'Orazio at second. And he was in a very good spot to charge it. Kind of did that arc approach, gave him a good throwing angle to first base, and from there it was simple. 2 up, 2 down. Now it is the pitcher Xavier Lasecki stepping in. Lasecki 0 for 1 with a strikeout looking. The pitch fouled into the netting. 0-1 the count. But Kellen Shelton so far 3 2/3 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, no earned runs, and he is currently in a 1-hitter. So a very good afternoon for him. It was very close to becoming a 2-hitter with that fly ball from Banks, but Stutzman bailed him out. And that only hit came from Sean Patrone back in the first. The 1-1 off the plate for ball 2. And even though he has had a good amount of misses, he still finds a way to battle in these at-bats. The 2-1 popped up over the press box, out of play. That will even up the count. After Lasecki, it goes to Brady Morton in the on-deck circle. Shelton looking for punch-out number 5, but he will have to wait. Lasecki, another good foul contact swing. But OEB backs against the wall, pretty much at their limit right now as to who they have on their roster. They're in the game already. It's a good pop into right field, and it will fall. Hit number 2 of the game. Almost taken off the board. It was a good throw in from right. That was Mayer trying to get Lasecki. Obviously, from that distance, getting the ball to 1 in time would have been a tall, tall task. Either way, with 2 down, Lasecki is on. It's a chance for Aukerman to do some damage, but the bats need to start rolling now. If there really is any more waiting around, it is going to be a really tall order to make that comeback. First pitch inside to Morton, 1-0 the count. Morton got the start this afternoon for OEB Aukerman in right. Time now is 11:52, nearing noon, so a very long day of baseball already. That pitch inside, able to find the zone.
Very long day and a very long way to go, at least for you.
3 more after this. 1 more for you. But it'll be an easier opportunity for you as you'll just be running the equipment behind the scenes. We will have Josh Manier, a senior football player at Baldwin Wallace, coming in. He'll call game 3 and 4 with me. Then number 5, I am on my own for the championship game. Good take down low, makes it 3-1. Next weekend, we should have some action on Sunday at one of the competitions. We are still looking to figure out our schedule. Once we have that, we will update you, and we will make arrangements accordingly. The 3-1 runs inside. Or excuse me, that was the 2-1. Now it's 3-1. But so a lot of good tournaments left to go this year. This is just the start. Shelton looking to get back into this at-bat. The pitch. Off the plate, and there is ball 4. Second free pass surrendered of the day by Shelton. And all of a sudden, with 2 down, 2 runners on for OEB Aukerman. And time has been called by the Padres. It'll be a mound visit as Shelton will go and talk to his coach. But Cam, I think he still has a good amount of leash left, just given how well he has pitched so far.
I think so as well. I mean, I think this is probably just a talk to calm him down and trying to get him to refocus on throwing strikes here.
And I would have to agree. I don't think this is the time that you pull your starting pitcher who has thrown you some very valuable innings so far today. But at the same time, if things start to go south, you might have to make that tough decision. But as of now, still 2 down in the top of the 4th. Time is on your side, and so is the scoreboard. Brian Lapp, the catcher, now steps in for OEB. As for timing for them, they don't have much left. Ground ball too short. The runner gets out of the way. The throw to 2 is in time. The fielder's choice will retire the side. A good defensive response by the Padres. No damage done in the top of the 4th. Now we go to the middle of the 4th at Shoonover Stadium. The Padres controlling their own destiny. Up by 4 on SmeeSports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Bottom of the 4th inning in Game 2 of our 5-game slate today. It's the Northeast Padres up 4-0 on OEB Aukerman. First pitch of the frame is down low for ball 1. Once again, if the Padres are able to score 6 more runs, the game ends here on a pseudo walk-off. But based on last inning, they are going to need to get their bats rolling a little bit quicker if they are to get that result. The pitch. Fouled away. A good cut on the 2-0. Makes it 2-1.
Looks like some action, or at least going for some action in the bullpen for Ohio Elite. I think that was number 7, I believe.
Hit down the right field line. Foul. That would be Sean Garcia. If the roster is correct with the numbers, he would be the man coming in.
We will see if we see him or not. The 2-1. Breaks upstairs and misses for ball 3. It's Schaefer, Keener, and D'Orazio set to swing this inning. That's a 9, 10, and 1 hitters. The pitch. Hit right up the middle, and it will be a leadoff single for William Schaefer. A good line drive right up the hole. Just put it in a perfect spot. A lot of good barrels sent in between second and short today. And there is another prime example of it happening. Now things will turn to Owen Keener, the third baseman. 1 for 1 today with an RBI single to his name. He has a chance to at least move the runner along, if nothing else. The pitch. It's a good pop down the left field line. That is extra bases for Keener. It will hop into the wall. Into third is Schaefer. He will hold up, and cruising into second is Keener. What a way to uncork on the baseball.
Yeah, just sent it into left field and rolled all the way to the wall around that 320 mark down there. And a nice double there. Good position here for the Padres, but just like last inning, can Ohio Elite work out of it?
I would say that is the biggest barrel that we have seen today. First pitch well upstairs to D'Orazio. Nico D'Orazio, 2 for 2, stolen base, and as well a few putouts defensively. He has been a very good player on both ends of the game. He could potentially be an early candidate for player of the game. That also depends on how this one finishes. D'Orazio grounds it to second. It's a good one-hop snag for out number 1, but that will score run number 5 for the Padres. Still a very good snag over at second base. That is not a gimme play by any means. With one down now, Trey Skeen steps back in. He hit an RBI single in his last at-bat, and in his first of the day, he walked. The winner of this game takes on Clutch Baseball at 3:15 this afternoon in game number 4. Line down the right side, foul, 0-1 the count. This game will be the final one of the wild cards. Then we head to the semifinals, starting with Premier Gambetta taking on a talented athletics squad. The 0-1 hung over the plate and sent a good distance into left center, and it will be caught by the center fielder Borgelin for out number 2, and cruising on in, it will be, I believe that is Keener to third. Another good bit of hitting. It at least advances the runner, but still a lot of power this inning.
And if you were wondering, the rain is back.
Rain is back in full effect. More of a misting as of right now, but there's plenty of time for that to change. And it will be gloved and booted over at first base. The E3 will put run number 6 on the board for the Padres. That's a tough error to really give, Cam, but he got a piece, just unable to bring it in.
Yeah, kind of just hit off, like you said, hit off the leather right there and ends up in right field.
Now that will bring up Brody Takis. Takis so far 2 flyouts. First pitch is a ball, 1-0 the counts. The run rule being 8 runs after 5. They're 2 runs away from that. If they get to 8, then it will be the last stops for Aukerman. And that might help. It's a deep fly ball to left field to the warning track, and it is going to be caught to retire the side. Very nearly a goner for Brody Takis, but not enough mustard behind it.
Wow. So close, but yet so far.
A towering swing. You see the way that he launches it. The launch angle's good. The power looked to be good. Everything looked to be good for it to be gone, but just not enough behind it. But still, 2 runs do score for the Padres in the bottom of the 4th inning. 4 complete, potentially 3 to go. Maybe 1 or 2 depending on the run rule. It is 6-0 Northeast Padres dominating Ohio Elite.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room.
Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Top 5 at Shoonover Stadium. 6-0, the Northeast Padres controlling this game against Ohio Elite Aukerman. First pitch bunted to Shelton on the mound, and it will slip out of his hand. It'll be a leadoff pseudo-bunt single for Brant Newberger. I want to watch that one back to see exactly what happened, but I think he went to throw it and just kind of flew out.
That definitely can happen, especially with the conditions that they're playing in today.
And it's on the transfer. It just got flung back. Very tough. And as he said, the conditions do kind of lend itself to a play like that. The leadoff man is aboard for Ohio Elite Aukerman. And they have a chance to potentially start to chip away at the lead. Good bunt down. The throw is wayward. And he knocks off a glove in the process into the baseline. That'll put 2 runners in scoring position. I want to watch that one back to see exactly what happened.
I think the throw went to the right of the first baseman, and doing that knocked off the first baseman's glove. It kind of just went flying.
Tough one there, but 2 runners in scoring position for Ohio Elite. We talked all game about a potential run rule, but that helps them avoid that for now. Back to Langford at the top we go for the third go around. 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout and a walk to his name. Shelton's pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1 the count. But if there's anybody that we've seen over the past 24 to 48 hours on the mound who can get out of a situation like this, it's Kellen Shelton. He has been on point this afternoon. I believe they say it just missed off the plate.
That was close.
I would have said that was for sure in the zone. But 1-1 the count on Langford. Shelton sets and deals. Just a bit inside for ball 2. Once again, after this, stay tuned as Premier Ohio Gambetta will have a semifinal clash with Athletics in the 1 versus 5 battle. 2-1 the count. Shelton deals. Close to the zone, but just off the plate for ball 3. A tighter zone being employed in the 5th. A walk here and the bases are loaded for Patron. Shelton sets and deals. Hit off the bat into right field. It will be caught for out number 1. They will send the runner. It's a great throw. The tag, it was there, but the ball bounces away, and it will be a sac fly to put Ohio Elite Aukerman on the board. Cam, if that was in the glove, that would have been one heck of a hose from Mayer.
Absolutely. I think he completely had him if the ball was caught.
It was a no-doubt play.
Yeah. He would have been out by a couple steps.
But getting 1 run on the board, that does help the cause of Ohio Elite, but they need a few more where that came from. Make it 6-3, and they have a shot to battle back in the next 2 innings. In the meantime, it's Patron stepping in. Patron hits it into his own dugout for strike 1. Just a powerful swing into, well, his teammates.
And it appears off to our left, more players of Premier Ohio have arrived. We will see how many of them that we have today. A couple of their guys potentially still away on high school duty. The 0-1 taken inside, evening up the counts. It'll also be interesting to see if they have any guest players as well. You could always have a different squad for tournaments, just depending on necessity. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Good job by Shelton just blowing it right past Patron. And his speed has been tough to catch up to today. And that has been one of the big reasons why Ohio Elite has only one run to this point. The 1-2. Thought about it, but he will offer. It's strike 3, and the throwdown confirms it for out number 2. A little interesting sequence there. We will watch that one back. I think he offered just enough, but we will see. And yes, he did go. Good call with the home plate umpire catching that, and that will be strikeout number 5 recorded by Kellen Shelton this afternoon. Two down, still a runner at second as Michael Banks will step back in for his third go-around. The pitch. Inside for ball 1. Banks in this game, a ground out to first and a fly out to center has been his fate. Definitely a very chilly afternoon for baseball. A lot colder than you would expect here in June. And off to our side, it appears some of the Athletics are making their way back to the complex. They are anticipated to be on the diamond in around an hour from now. And there will be a rundown, no contest, the third. It's a pseudo-stolen bag for OEB.
I believe by the time he had stepped off and disengaged, he had to throw it to second, which allowed the runner to go to third easily.
And that will help Banks out with giving him a potential chance for an RBI. Good pitch in there to respond, 1-1 the count. But the big difference right now, Cam, 2 errors this frame committed by the Padres. Both throwing errors. If they can correct that, or if they can't, that could really tell us the game script down the stretch. It's going to be a tough play to make in the hole. Bobbled. The throw to 1 is in time, and the side is retired. It's a great response by D'Orazio. He bobbled it, but he was able to get it over there just in time.
What a play.
We will watch that one back. I think, Cam, the moment that you saw the out designation, you were not convinced.
It was close. I'm just saying, what a play.
And I kind of think that angle was more convincing to say that he was safe. Either way, it will be recorded as an out. The Padres, if they can score 3 runs here, they will win it via the 8-run after 5-run rule. Middle of 5 at Kent State. There will be a new arm on the mound when we return for OEB.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. A few changes to go over as we begin the bottom of the 5th inning. Now on the mound for OEB, it is Sean Garcia. He will come to try and hold down the fort defensively. As for the infield, 2 changes to note. Over at third base, we have a swap. Patron goes to second, Banks going to third. Once again, if the Padres are able to score 3 runs this inning, they will go home with a run rule win, and that will help put them in the right direction. It's a leadoff single for Cooper Stutzman. He is now 2 for 3 on the day.
Very good day so far by the Padres, just all around.
A lot of powerful hits. A total of 11 by my counts in 4 innings. So very impressive offensive work from them. First pitch off the plate from Garcia, 1-0 the count. And I think if you are the Padres, especially with the game still to play today at 3:15, assuming you win, you go for the run rule here, you walk out of here, you get that win, and then you have a little bit of extra time off to then prepare for clutch baseball, which will be a big battle between the 2 and 3 seeds. That pitch down low for ball 2. But assuming this result holds, the highest seed that could win this competition will be the 5 seed Athletics. Depending on how Clutch does, this could be a quote-unquote preview. You see Premier over there, and you see the Padres on the diamond. That could easily be your championship. Runner goes. The throw is good. The tag, however, in time. A great chuck for out number 1. The delayed steal doesn't pay off for the Padres. But I think from what we've seen, I wouldn't be surprised at all, Cam, to see Premier take on this Padres squad in the championship game.
I agree.
I kind of have a feeling that would be an early, based on what we've seen, prediction for that. But then again, clutch baseball, we really haven't seen them where they're really more of an unknown commodity. So they could definitely be a squad that takes us by surprise in the game at 3:15. The pitch. Down low for ball 4. 1 runner thrown out. He gets replaced by a walk. 2 batters so far this inning for the Padres. Both have reached. Now it is Lane Ryder, the left fielder, stepping back in. The Padres would have been 2 runs away from run ruling OEB, but that run scoring potentially might keep them in this game. Ground ball, it will split first and second. It's a good diving effort by Patron. Not enough to keep it in the infield. Base knock number 2 of the bottom of the 5th. Beautiful bit of hitting. Still great effort by Patron. He gave it his all there. But once again, as we've said, with the surface being slippery, it's like a speed-up ramp whenever the ball makes contact. And it was easily able to skid on by into the outfield. 2 on, 1 down, as it will be Cameron Mayer stepping back in. Mayer takes up and in for ball 1. A good spot for Garcia to attack. No bite, and time has been called. But as we've been alluding to, a couple more games today. Stay tuned for those on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. We should have some fun games upcoming. Some very good baseball still to play today. And then tomorrow with the Tim Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament 18U Championships, starting with the semifinals at 3 and 5:30, and then the championship game at 8. The runner at second will go. It is sent into right field, and he needs to make a beeline back to the bag at 2. The relay not in time. It will be a simple fly out for Mayer for out number 2. But that could have been a double play to retire the side. That's the only risk of stealing on a swing. If that ball's in the outfield shallow enough, you're a dead duck on the base path. Still 2 down. Schaefer now steps in. 1 for 1 on the day. A single and a walk to his name. Garcia checks and deals. First pitch down low for ball 1. But if that would have been out number 3 at second base, 2 base running errors resulting in 2 outs, that would not have been the way the Padres wanted to leave this game, even if they do still get the win. It's the little things in a championship game that will really set you apart from your opponent. And I think we're going to see that in the championship game in around still 5 hours' time. Still have a lot of questions. Well, 2 big questions. Who will be the home And who will be the away team? Missing down low, ball 3. This could load up the bases. If the base is loaded, it goes to Keener, who's 2 for 2 on the day. A double and an RBI single to his name. Clear the bases. You clear the scoreboard. You flip to game number 3. The 3-0. Down low. It's a 4-pitch walk, and the Padres, with 2 down, will have the bases loaded. 2 singles and 2 walks this inning. A good amount of offense from them. And this could be the final at-bat of the game, depending on how Keener does.
The 2 questions I'm asking about the championship game. 1, what 2 teams are playing? 2, how is Nathan Smee doing?
I will be fine. This is not the first time I have called 5 games in a day. It's happened twice before, back-to-back days, going back to December for the NEO Youth Elite Christmas Classic. Looking forward to running that back again this year with some new teams entering the mix, such as Andrews Osborne Academy. The pitch, popped right side, foul. And speaking of high school basketball, you see King Young transferring from Cleveland Central to Garfield. To see that pairing with Marcus Johnson and C.J. Williams is going to be really fun to watch next year at Garfield. Warrensville, they retooled Bedford as well. A lot of good teams in the area. Runs just inside, almost hits him. It's ball 2. But we will save basketball season for basketball. Football, a lot closer. Week 1, we will be at Padua for Alliance and Padua, 7 p.m. on August 22nd. It's a good pop deep to center field. Not deep enough. The play is made, and the side is retired. If that would have cleared the center fielder, that would have cleared the bases. But in the end, no damage is done. The Padres strand the bases loaded. End of 5 at Shoonover Stadium. It is still the Northeast Padres looking primed to make it to the semifinals, up 6-1 on OEB Aukerman.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
The Northeast Padres had the bases loaded in the bottom of the 5th, but no damage done. Still a 5-run game. OEB Aukerman looking for a breakthrough inning. Cam, what would it take for them to find it?
They got to get at least a couple of guys on here, and then you could play the small ball route, try and get them home, but definitely a couple of big hits are needed.
Fouled away, 1-1. We saw Ohio Elite Andrews in the last game have a 4-run inning. To have another one here would be massive. It would be 6-5, then entering the bottom of the 6th. You can make a comeback from there. Fouled away again, 1-2. But if you leave too much for late, especially against this really good pitcher of Kellen Shelton, it is going to be really tough to break him down, especially to get 5 runs and maybe a 6th to win it. The 1-2, just going to miss. Even counts. And it appears there has been a sprint to the bullpen as there will be some action in the Northeast Padres pen. It'll be interesting to see if they do relieve their pitcher of his duties or keep him in. 2-2. Breaks down low for strike three looking. That's out number one. Michener can't believe it.
With that, I'd say you keep him in there. At least definitely for this inning. If you're able to get the run rule next inning, then you won't even have to worry about bringing in a new pitcher. But possibly if they go to a next inning.
Punch out number 6 on the day from Kellen Shelton. That'll bring up Xavier Lasecki, the initial starting pitcher for OEB. A tough outing, a couple of errors behind him in the field, and then that's just kind of what you'll get on a slick day like this. The turf definitely wet, the ball just kind of gliding along it. That doesn't do anybody favors in the outfield, except for the team hitting. Up and in, 2-0. But once again, after this, Premier Ohio Gambetta, they will be taking on the Athletics in the battle of the 1 and 5 seeds in the semifinals. The 2-0. Up for ball 3. But if you are OEB, you're going to need to start getting creative, especially on the base path, to create runs out of nothing. But given the game script so far, it is going to take a lot for that to even happen. Strike one taken, just kind of a throwaway pitch. He knew it was going to be in the zone, but he wanted to make sure for sure, as a free base would be huge right now. Anything really is big for Ohio Elite. The 3-1. A good pop into right field. It has a chance, but it won't fall quick enough. It's a simple fly out for out number 2. Good positioning by Mayer, and going back to the only run that has scored today, it wouldn't have scored if the ball would have actually stayed in the catcher's glove, as he had one heck of a hose throw from right.
Yeah, that one was a very close play, and like you said, kind of just popped out of his mitt, though.
Brady Morton, the right fielder, now steps in. A ground out and a walk to his name thus far. Weak foul behind, 0-1 the count. But it appears more and more fans making their way to Kent State. It appears some have also brought a traveling canopy tent. You really cannot blame them given the temperature and really the rain. Why not have a kind of home away from home? I think we saw that down the stretch with Tri-C, especially in the rainy games against Mid-Michigan, when you finally woke up and joined us, of course. But there were some tents in the stands and on the ground. The 1-1. In there for strike 2. The inner portion of the zone has been called so much more in this game. If it works, it works. That's why you throw it there, but at the same time, there is a big risk for a hard 90. The 1-2, ground ball hardly hit. It's a chance to get through, and the chance becomes reality. Skeen unable to track it down. It is a 2-out single for Brady Morton. The true definition of a seeing eye single, just splits third and short, and specifically short. Still don't know how he got it through. That was not a lack of good positioning from Skeen at all. It just beat him.
Yeah, kind of just, like you said, just beats him to the hole right there and ends up in left.
There is some life on the base path for OEB with 2 down. Brian Lapp, the catcher, will try his hand in the box. First pitch down low for ball 1. It appears the rain becoming more flurry-like as of now, kind of a lighter drizzle, but it has been a constant since around 9 a.m. Upstairs for ball 2. Unfortunately, yesterday we did hear a potential storm warning for around 1 o'clock today. But right now, the rain has been our only constant. Hopefully, that will be the parting line, especially only needing to get in a few more games to finish this tournament, which has had, well, you can do the math yourself at home. 14 teams, each playing 4 games. So you cut that in half. 7 times 14. Don't have the math there, but you can do the math from there to figure out how many games have been played already in the tournament. Plus, as well, the other brackets, not the championship brackets, but the other ones, a bronze, silver, I think there's a gold and a yellow. But a lot of games being played, you don't want it to fall on the final day. By that math, in pool play, 98 games. So outside of even the other sites, this would be game number 100. I would think if the math's right, which it seems like a lot, but
At the same time, I feel like it's not over the span of a couple days.
now time has been called.
This might be it.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see Shelton taken off of the mound. And if it is, what a performance from him. 5 2/3, 1 run allowed. It is not an earned run, but it still could be. The runner that scored was his error on a throw. If you want to call it an earned run because it was his error, be my guest. But either way, he was elite today, and he could still potentially stay in, but I kind of think that the writing is on the wall.
He's going to stay in.
Wow. Very surprised by that, but I don't hate the decision. He has been a good pitcher all afternoon. I think you let him get out of this inning, and then you call to the bullpen to finish out the game if needed.
That's what I was going to say, if needed. I think that was number 28 in the bullpen, it looked like. That's Colton Temple.
So hopefully, for the sake of the Padres, they can get out of this jam without any damage done. And then they make the call to the bullpen to close this one out in a few moments. But 2 runners on, still 2 down. It is going to be Newberger in to swing. Newberger takes ball 2. After Brandt, it goes to Bergelin, the center fielder, in the 9-hole. Then to the top we go with Langdon Langford. 2 balls, no strikes, and if this is a walk here, I think that will do it. The pitch. In there for strike 1.
I think this is his last batter regardless, probably.
I would assume so, because if the base is clear, say, at 6-3, then you have to make that change. And he's doing some band work inside of the dugouts. I assume that's just him getting the final finishing touches put on. It will be bunted, but foul. And once again, going back to the bingo cards, Kim, that is on one of them. I think you said we were supposed to do the bingo cards.
Yeah, I know. I
game.
forgot about it. Next game.
The Kent State bingo cards. Definitely something you don't see every day, but it's something that I would say is welcomed. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count. Still 2 runners on, 2 down, top 6. Shelton checks, sets, and deals. Just a bit inside, and we are full. The runners will be off on the delivery. And Shelton knows this will be his final pitch, barring a foul ball. Or a balk. Which, knock on wood, I don't think we've seen one today. But we saw plenty yesterday. Shelton takes his time. The pitch, fouled away.
Or barring a foul ball.
And there it is. For the Padres in the bottom of the inning, it is the top of their order with D'Orazio, Skeen, and Temple set to swing. And I believe you said Temple would be the man to come in from the bullpen. Shelton getting ready. He'll try again. In there for strike 3 looking, and the side is retired. If that is the final pitch of Kellen Shelton's outing, then oh man, what a way to go out. One more looking, strike 3. Number 7 overall combined with looking and swinging. What a dominant performance. Absolutely incredible from Shelton. Mid-6 at Shoonover Stadium. The rain becoming a little bit more steady, and so is the Padres offense. Can they close it? Find out when we return.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Padres once again looking to close this game out via the run rule as we enter the bottom of the 6th. It's a perfect slow ball put down, and the leadoff man is aboard, and then some. He will take the turn and go to 2. He is in there standing. What a start to the bottom of the 6th for the Padres. Exactly what the doctor ordered. Immediately, the leadoff man reaches. It's a perfect bunt laid down by D'Orazio. Once again, he will reach. That is his 3rd hit of the day, as he would have beaten it regardless. 3 for 4. He had an RBI in the 1 ground out. What a great afternoon for the second baseman. And that puts run number 7 in scoring position for the Padres. Once again, he's Cameron Regazzo. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you on the SmeeSports YouTube channel this afternoon. Cam, what a start to the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, exactly what you want to see in your final time of really trying to get that run rule.
It's a good pop into the left center field gap, and it will drop in. The center fielder able to cut it off. It will go down as a long single for Trey Skeen. Once again, another beautiful pop. That will put runners at the corners. Still nobody out in the bottom of the 6th. Once again, the anticipated start time of the next game would be 1 p.m. I think it would bump to 1:15 if the run rule is achieved. Runner goes, no contest, ball 1 outside, and that puts 2 in scoring position. But still, those 2 runs would not be enough to set off the run rule quite yet.
I think as long as both teams are ready and the umpires are also ready, it should be good to start a couple minutes early.
I have a feeling it won't start at 1 just because I think you're still having the teams get back in and they need to go and warm up. And I think, especially Gambetta, because they haven't played today, will take that time period. And at the same time, they could say, you know what? If the rain's supposed to settle down in the next 10 minutes, let's wait it out 10 minutes. If it doesn't get any better, we still go and play. But you take the warm-ups in the rain and get accustomed to that. It's a deep shot down the right field line, but it will break foul. But Cam, once again, another long ball just falling on deaf ears.
Yeah, big fly, but just ends up in the bullpen.
We saw that, I believe, last inning. It was a great fly ball to left field. The play was made on the warning track. If it wasn't, that maybe would have ended the game. The 2-2 runs inside just a bit too much. And the first 3 are on the base path. Load up the bases for Brody Takis. He's the one who had that long fly out. Can he get a grand slam to close this one out? If he clears the bases, the game will be over. And if he hits a grand slam, it'll be more than over at that point. Overkill's not the right word, because if he hits a grand slam here, that would be a really cool redemption story. First pitch he will take for strike 1. But I think their goal is just to end it here. That would then give a complete game to Chelton.
Yes, it would.
And the win. The win is pretty much set in stone for him, barring any last-minute heroics. Off the plate, 1-1. I would assume the furthest we go down would be to either Ryder in the 6th hole. Currently we're in the 4, or Nice Wender in the 7. I don't think we exceed the 7 hole for the Padres this game. Late strike call, 1-2. But we definitely could, just depending on how the rest of this inning plays out. I think it's going to be pretty straightforward either way. You're going to see a big hit that scores a couple of runs, game over, or you're going to see OEB's defense get the final 3 outs they need. They go up to bat one more time. Still 3 more games today. Premier Gambetta and Athletics up next at around 1 p.m. Join myself and Josh Manier on the call. He just rolled in from, I believe, the Columbus area. So outside of a lot of rain, he is ready to see some baseball and, of course, a lot of rain. Still a 1-2 count. The pitch. A good crank down the left field line, but foul. After Takis, it goes to Stutzman. Stutzman already 2 for 3 on the day. He does have that triple and a single. And we know the power in his bat. That'll be a fun one to see again at 3:15. But once again, as well, credit down below to all the fans who have made it out today to this game. Amid the rain, they have brought their umbrellas and whatnot to brave these conditions. It's a good pop into left center field. It is down. That is run number 7 crossing home now. Number 8 will try and score 2. He is in. And that is now a 7-run lead for the Padres. A 2 RBI single for Brody Takis. 1 run, and they walk it off with a run rule. And you see time called on the mound. They know what is going to happen. They know they need to make a change if they want to extend this game to the 7th. But it would take a lot for that to happen. But still, a very impressive performance from the Padres.
Very impressive, kind of all around, both with the pitching and, as you can see here, with the hitting as well.
Runners at first and second. Nobody out in the inning. Just an absolute dominant way to finish out if this is how it does. I said it a little bit ago, Cam, and I'll say it again. I kind of think we might see the Padres in that championship game as the 3 seed. The question is, do they have enough pitching to get them there? Hitting, yes. Pitching remains yet to be seen. Bunt shown, bunt popped behind and into the back netting. 0-1 the count.
That's what I was just going to talk about that. Do we see them kind of go with a more small ball approach when they only need that 1 run?
I wouldn't really put it past them or really be surprised or blame them. You want that run, you save an arm, you go to the next game only using one of your arms, which is really best case scenario for them. And as well, on top of that, you get a big win. Throwback to 1, not in time. And it might even be a bait and switch effort on the base path. The 1 gets them into a rundown. The lead runner takes 3rd. We've seen them try to do that today, just to no avail. The 0-1, bunts again. The bunt is down, and it will curl foul.
Almost a really good bunt, but like you said, just ends up foul.
Off the bat, that looked like a thing of beauty. Premier Ohio, they are gathering in some kind of capacity right around the dugouts of OEB. And I believe some of their guys have made their way. No, never mind. The hats are just the same. It looks like a couple of the Premier guys have made their way to the dugout prematurely. The pitch, swing and a miss, and that's out number 1. A big strikeout for Sean Garcia to keep OEB's hopes alive of heading to the 7th. I feel like right now that would be a win for them. You have to look at that side of it. You're not going to win this tournament. Your time almost done. Take a few positives into the next tournament you play in. Swing and a miss from Ryder. 0-1 the count. And it looks like that strikeout kind of propelling this offense to get more aggressive, but at the same time, if you're that OEB squad, you take advantage of that aggression and just blow it right by. That time it's in the dirt. 1-1. But I think from really the first pitch to now, the Padres have established themselves as the more dominant team out of the 2. Unlucky not to score in that first inning, but the second inning when they scored those 4 runs, they really showed what they can do.
Pretty much.
Now a 1-2 count. Once again, just unable to connect. After Ryder, it goes to Neiswender. And Neiswender has the chance to walk it off. The 1-2, swing and a miss, and that's out number 2. After a great start offensively, 2 strikeouts in a row, put the run rule in question. Cam, is this what you expected for a response?
This is really not what I've expected. I honestly kind of expect them to roll over and just let the run rule take place. But like you said, trying to get out of this with a little bit of a small win here if you're Ohio Elite.
First pitch in the dirt for ball 1. I said a little while ago, most likely the final batter that you would see would be Neiswender if it got that far, and that is where we are right now. Still 2 down in the bottom of the 6th inning. The 1-0. Missing for ball 2. If Neiswender gets on, then our official then, for sure, last batter for the Padres will be Mayer.
That's what I was just going to say.
I don't think it possibly can get past him.
I don't believe. Unless they somehow tie it.
And there is a pinch hitter in the way right now. It looks like it will be Reese Clark, the sophomore, coming in. Or, well, now rising junior. 2-1 count. Hitters count here for Nicewender. Takes down low for ball 3. No matter how far that ball is hit in the next at-bat, only 1 run will score. That counts at least.
Yes.
But I think they're still going to go around as they might not be sure of the run rule for sure. The 3-1 inside, and we will go to the 8-hole. Mayer being relieved of his duties. It will be Reese Clark coming in. Bases loaded, 2 down, and he will be the last hitter of the game for the Northeast Padres, barring any late game heroics from OEB. Which you never know. They could make one heck of a storm back and win.
That is very true. But at the same time, could end right here.
That's the beauty of tournament play. You never really know the result until the game is truly over. But if you're Premier right now getting ready, you just know that you have to win this next game. And if you do, you have a good chance to walk away with the tournament title. And really, once again, heading in, I think a lot of people's favorites from the get-go. And in an invite tournament, no less, this is where you prove why you got invited. Fly ball right field, and it will drop foul. If that was fair, that would have ended the game. But at the same time, if it was fair, that could have been caught.
Yeah.
It'll be a 1-2 count. And as you can see, there's just nobody in the on-deck circle. They know the situation. No need to put anybody out there. Garcia looking to pull this game into the 7th inning. Line left side, caught at third, and we will play the 7th. What a dive and snag at third to retire the side.
I don't think he caught it, actually. I think he got it on the hop.
I think he got in the hop, too, but he
And
kind
then-
of just smothered it.
Yeah, just kind of trapped it and then stepped on third.
Either way, what a job over at third by Banks. He switched halfway through the game with Patron. He's at the hot corner for a reason, and he proves it there. OEB Aukerman, one final set of cuts when we return. This is the 2025 Kent State Invite #1 on the SmeeSports YouTube channel.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Last chance for Ohio Elite Aukerman to stay alive in the Kent State Invite. It is going to be the 9, 1, and 2 hitters trying to keep their hopes alive. This is the 2025 Kent State Invite in partnership with the 965 Midwest Tournament Challenge. First pitch of the 7th is down low for ball 1, and as expected, the call to the bullpen has been made for the Padres. I believe that is Colton Temple now on to close this game out. So because they didn't get the run rule, they do have to sacrifice another arm, at least for a few pitches. It's 1 up, 1 down to begin the 7th. It's a simple ground out to D'Orazio over at second base. He has been a really good model of consistency for the Padres all game.
Exactly. I mean, he's just made countless play after play, especially that one big one where he kind of bobbled it, but then was still able to reestablish and get the runner at first.
Stay tuned after our final commercial break where we will announce the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center player of the game, and D'Orazio definitely has the potential to be our player of the game. Longford gets a hit, just not one that he was really hoping for. It's a hard 90 as the fourth go around for OEB begins with a free pass. But that does set up the double play ball to close this one out. It'll be Patron stepping back in, followed by Michael Banks and Brandon Mitchner. But OEB would need a whole host of runs here to keep their hopes alive.
Whoa.
The ball goes foul, and so does the bat. 0-1 the count. I kind of think it just slipped out of his hand.
Yeah.
That is another byproduct of the less than desirable conditions this afternoon, thanks to Mother Nature. Mother Nature is not a sponsor of SmeeSports.
Clearly.
Yes. The rain, less than ideal this afternoon, but still.
We're in a box. So.
We're in a box. You're right, exactly. It's not that big of a deal quite yet.
At least not for us.
Now, walking out of here in the pouring rain later, that is going to be a different issue. But 1-1 the count on Patron. Patron looking to potentially put another run on the board. The pitch. Up and out, 2-1. And for those tuning in looking to see Premier Gambetta take on Athletics, that game has been delayed due to this one taking longer than expected. No real surprises there. I would assume that game starts around 1:15 to 1:30 p.m. And that will delay everything behind it. Runner goes. It's a low throw. The tag.
No ball.
A very interesting sequence. It'll be a 3-1 count. A little bit of confusion. It was a great throw behind the dish by Nicewender, but just not enough to get the stealing Langford.
Yeah, and, well, even if it was enough, the tagger did not have the ball in his glove, so.
We've seen a couple of those weird, obscure tags today where just the ball flies out in the end. If for some reason we do see the bottom of the 7th inning, it would be the 9, 10, and 1 hitters for the Padres. But that would take a lot of heroics and a little bit of magic to make happen.
At least 7 runs.
The 3-1. Ground ball chopped to short. A good job in the base path by Langford to get out of the way. The throw is in time to 1 for out number 2. And the Padres can sound their final countdown. They are 1 out away from making it to the tournament semifinals. Once again, a field of 14 teams invited to this tournament. You could not apply to be here. You had to be invited to play in this Kent State invite. Only 14 teams got that call, and these are the best.
And down to 5 remaining, technically.
And potentially in the next couple of minutes, down to 4. Banks takes the first pitch up and in for ball 1. But I feel like we're going to have a lot of very close games in the next 2 matchups. And then the championship, it just depends on pitching. The 1-0. Weak pop right side. This should do it. Underneath it at first is Temple. And that will do it for the game. Or excuse me, it's his replacement at first base who will end the game for the Northeast Padres. A great team. A dominant performance. 8-1 your final score. And it will be the number 3 seed taking on the number 2 Clutch Baseball in game number 4 today. One final step aside, and then we will announce the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center player of the game.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. 8-1 your final score in Game 2 of our 5-game slate today. It is the Northeast Padres Scouting Team taking down Ohio Elite Aukerman in the 3-6 battle. Your player of the game, presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, it will go to Nico D'Orazio, the leadoff hitter. A tremendous performance today. He had 3 singles, ground ball, RBI. Talk about him.
Yeah, I mean, just really, really good offensively. But not only that, he was really good defensively as well. Just multiple good plays being made. Just saw it throughout the game, and when he was called upon, he delivered and he answered.
And speaking of delivering, we just had a young fan deliver us the lineup card for Premier, and we also do have some information.
Wow.
Look at that.
Very nice.
This is great information. A roster, you have some record stuff, and you have
where they went to school. Wow, this is very nice. The year they're graduating. Usually we don't get this.
Awesome work. I don't think it has the starting lineup on it, so we will have to go down and get that. But either way, thank you to Premier for getting us that information. That will help us out a lot. But once again, to stay up to date on all the games we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFist2024 on Twitter, as well as subscribe down below to make sure you do not miss any of the action here on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Finally, if you want to sponsor our broadcast, contact us at one of those avenues on your screen. We would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and your brand. But that'll do it for game number 2 of our 5-game slate today. The Northeast Padres, they will play again with a trip to the championship game on the line. He's been Cameron Gazzo. I am Nathan Smee saying so long for now from Shoonover Stadium. Thank you for watching, and we will see you again in a few moments for Premier Gambetta as they take on the Athletics in the 1-5 semifinal clash.